Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Muscles for Myeloma chapter event brought to you by the Myeloma Crowd Community by HealthTree program. My name is Linnley, and I am the manager of fitness and events. I'm grateful for your support today and being here with us. Today's session will be recorded. The recording, along with the slides, will be sent to all registrants within 48 hours after the event has concluded. As always, I would like to thank our sponsors, without whom this would not have been possible. Bristol Myers Squibb, Takeda Oncology, Karyopharm Therapeutics, Adaptive Biotechnology, Oncopeptides, Janssen Oncology, AbbVie, Sanofi, Amgen Oncology, and Genentech. So today's agenda is I'm introducing what we're doing today, and then next we are going to be doing a live workout with me, and then we will do a Q&A afterwards. So today's topic, we are going to be doing a live workout. As we finish up our September, fitness event. I thought it would be great to move together, do a class. So I will lead you through a step aerobic exercise class. I ask that you participate with me. It can be done with a stair or without. I will be doing it on one so that you can see how it can be done on a step. You can have a step, an exercise one, or you can use your stairs at home. Then following our aerobics, we will do some light upper body strengthening exercises. For that, you can use some light dumbbells if you have any at home, or you can do the movements with no weights. I'm excited to do this with you. Following the workout, I'll open it up to questions about exercises or modifications. All right. And just to introduce myself, I joined the Myeloma Crowd in January of 2020. I share my passion for health here with each of you. My husband is a childhood cancer survivor, as well as a cancer biologist. Finding a cure and better treatments, as well as balancing life through treatment, is a huge passion. And I am a mom of a very energetic 5-year-old. I run marathons, I'm an Ironman finisher, and fitness and exercise is a big part of my life, and I'm excited to share that with you. So let's go, let's do this. I will be right behind me doing the exercises. I'm going to turn on some music and guide you through our exercises. If at any time you need to rest, do so. You can do these exercises at a slower pace or faster pace, whichever works best for you. And all right, I'm ready. All right, let me know if that music is too loud. We're gonna start by doing some simple step ups and down with our right leg dominant. If you're not using a stair, you're just gonna step forward and back. Let's go up and down, right leg forward. 3, 2, and 1, switch feet, go left forward first. I'm gonna swing my arms opposite. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go right leg forward first. Up and kick in front of you, and down. So again, no stair, you're just stepping forward and kicking. Let's go. legs. So left leg forward first, kicking with that right. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this time we're gonna step and knee. You can go step and knee, bring it back, step knee, bring it back. Let's do this. Up and over. I like to bring my hands to my knee. Four, 3, 2, switch legs, going left first. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna do V steps. So step right, step left, down, down. We're just doing wide steps back to narrow. All right, let's go. Wide, back to narrow. 3, 2, and we're gonna do left foot forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. As we get a new song on, we're gonna do side-to-side steps. So we're gonna come up and down. So bringing your feet opposite. So if you're doing this not on a stair, you're gonna step out and back together. Go. Four, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's walk it out. We're gonna step forward with our right, kick back with our left. So again, no stairs. You're just gonna lift and clench your buns and back. And we're gonna alternate legs. So forward right, back, then switch, back. All right, back, left, right, left, right, left, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's walk it out. We're going to do knee repeats. So you're going to have right knee forward, left knee is going to come up and down. So you're holding your right leg in place, going up and down. Again, not on a stair. Same thing. Bringing it, planting that forward leg and bringing it up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs, go left. And switch again, right forward, go 8. And switch, left leg forward and 8. All right, let's march it out. We're going to start from the top. We're going to start with those right leg step ups. And let's go. That left leg is just a tap next to the right. And we step back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to step and kick. Right leg, kick the left. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs, left plant, kick with that right. Make sure you're breathing, keeping your core tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg forward, knee, and down. Let's do this and go. Keep that core tight. 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs, left forward. Nice job. And 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. These steps. Remember, it's wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Starting with that right. In 3, 2, and go. Wide, back to narrow. Four, 3, two, last one, going left. If you want to make this one a little harder, you can stay low. You step forward, keep a low squat, or a stepping one. 3, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, side steps. Bringing it back. Again, if you're not on, it's just stepping together and stepping out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. All right, we're gonna step up, kick back, and back down. Let's go, kicking that out. Squeezing your glutes. If you want to get your arms, lift them up. 4, 3, 2, and switch legs. Let's hope you're feeling that in those buns. Lying forward. march that out. We're going to do our knee repeat. So planting that right leg, bringing that knee up and down. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Let's march it out. All right. We are going to switch things around a little bit. We're going to go into our strength exercises. So grab some weights if you have any. I will be using some 5-pound weights. If you don't want to use weights, don't use them. If you want to try with a resistance band, you can. Or canned goods are just as great as well. So we're going to do it through 2 times, okay? All right, I'm going to turn off the music again, but a little lower this time. All right, so we're going to start with our lateral raise. All right, we're going to do 8 repetitions each time. Bring it in front, core tight, knees slightly bent, lift to the side and back down. 6. Bring it to shoulder height. 2 more. Last one. All right, we're going to do tricep. So I'm going to lean forward a little bit. You can stay more upright if you need, or sitting in a chair. I'm going to press back and come back forward, working those triceps. Go for 8. And 4, core tight. 2, and 1, calm down. We're going to do hammer curls. So keeping your palms facing each other, curling it up and back down. Stay nice and controlled. We're going to do this 8 times. 5, and 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your hands up by your shoulders, we're going to do shoulder press. So I have it not quite all the way to the side, a little forward. It's easier on the shoulders to have a slight angle and press up and come down for 8. Core tight, breathing. 4, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. All right, we're going to go into our front raise. So my palms are going to face down. Bring it up, shoulder height, and back down, core tight. Let's go for 8. And 4, 2, and back down. All right, overhead tricep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop one of my weights. Both hands on the weight over my head, holding it behind, and press up and back down. Keeping my elbows, I don't want them flailing out. Keeping them nice and narrow, pressing up. Let's do that for 8, 7, 4, 2, All right, going into our bicep curl. I'm gonna have my palms facing up, curling it up, and slowly coming down. We're gonna do that for 8. Core tight. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. All right, this next one is an Arnold Press. So we're going to be using our shoulders, our chest, triceps, the whole thing. So you're going to start palms facing you in this position. You're going to swing out and press up and come back together. As you come back together, you're going to squeeze your chest. This is going to engage everything. So I'll demonstrate again. Let's go for 8. Nice and controlled, core tight. Make sure you're squeezing your chest. 4, 3, 2, and down. All right, this next one, again, squeezing the chest. We're going to bring our palms together, so that's at an angle. Press out and back together. You're really going to burn the shoulders and your chest. We're going to do that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Shake out those arms. Grab a drink of water if you need. We're going to do that arm exercise one more time. Okay? Starting first with our lateral raises, bringing it up to your shoulder, back down. Nice and controlled movements. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Remember, doing what you can, stopping if it's uncomfortable. 4, last one, and down. All right, we're going to do our tricep press. I'm turning to the side, palms facing each other, extending out and coming in. Let's go for 8. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going from there into our hammer curls. Palms facing each other, curling up and back down. 8. Keeping that core tight, knees slightly bent if you're standing up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going into that shoulder press. Again, I'm not directly in line. I go slightly forward and press up and down. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down. All right, going into that front raise. Palms down. If you need to do a slight V for your shoulders, that is great. Otherwise, straight forward, go for 8. Breathing. 4, 2, and down. All right, overhead tricep press. I'm using one weight overhead and standing up overhead. elbows in. Let's go for 8. 4, 2, and 1. Down. Going into our bicep curls, curling it up. Palms facing up. Slow and control. Let's go. 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. All right, going to that Arnold press. So that's starting forward, coming out, pressing up. I will do it from this angle. It's 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last exercise. We're going to do our chest squeeze. So going out and coming back in. Go for 8. 3, 2, and 1. Back down. All right, let's roll out those shoulders. You did a great job. All right, turning that down. Let's do a little stretch. All right, I'm gonna sit so you can see. Bring those arms up, down, opening up your chest. And relax down. Do it again, bring it up. And opening up your elbows and your chest. And down. Okay, let's bring the arm across. Feeling that stretch. All right, you guys did a great job. Go ahead and start putting in questions in the Q&A. If you have any, we'll get answering those. Bring arms up overhead. And stretch other side. Okay, if you're sitting, bring one ankle across your knee, pushing the other knee down a little bit. Feeling a stretch in your hips. It's a really good one. All right, let's switch sides. Feel free to ask questions about specific modifications, exercises that you'd like to know for certain area strengthening. All right. Let's get answering those questions. Okay. Okay. So first question, is using weights recommended with spinal fractures? So with spinal fractures, I would recommend starting out with just body weight exercises. You do want some impact because slight impact helps strengthen the bones, but there's a border between overstressing and causing more injury versus helpful. So starting with body weight exercises or doing what we did for upper body, just movement is fantastic because you're engaging the muscles. It brings that mind-muscle connection to it, and then it helps you get stronger. That helps answer the second question. Do you recommend using body weight until we gain more strength? Absolutely. Sometimes body weight is harder than 2-pound weights or 5-pound weights, depending on what activity it is. So like for bicep curls or tricep press, shoulder press, I would say start with no weight. So here's my shoulder press. I engage my lats here. I think about pressing up with my shoulders. I'm getting that range of motion in, and I'm increasing that range of motion while I connect those muscles with mind movement. And then you're going to gain strength through doing that. So I would say start with body weight, like for legs, squats, those kinds of things, and then slowly add light weights to it. If you're doing upper body, I would say practice that range of motion before adding the weights to that. How many days a week should I work out and for how long? So it depends on a lot of different things. So the CDC recommends 3 times a week, 150 minutes per week for the healthy person. But that's like intensity times. So if you're doing strength, I would say starting with 1 to 2 days a week of light strength, getting yourself into routine of doing it. And I would say you want another 1 to 2 days of cardio there, especially if you're just starting. And that cardio can be little bouts of walking or getting on a stationary bike for 10 or 15 minutes. You always are going to start low. Low and slow is the best. So slow activity, low intensity, light weights is always the best to start. Everyone's always going to have a starting point. It's never embarrassing. So practice on doing what works best for you. So a couple days a week of 2 days max, I would say, if you're starting out, of strength training, and then 1 to 2 days a week of cardiovascular, because that's going to be helpful as well, and it's clearing for the mind. And I'd say for how long, if you're starting super novice or new into the whole strength routine, 5-10 minutes. It doesn't have to be really intimidating. I would say if you're doing 2 days a week, have 1 day be upper body, 1 day be lower body for that 5 to 10 minutes, and then incrementally increase the minutes before you add another day. All right. Besides walking, what are some good low impact exercises? So great low impact would be a spin bike or recumbent bike with the back support. You can also do water aerobics as well as water walking. They have a lot of great aerobic classes available at different places. So I would say those are my top low impact, would be recumbent bike or a spin bike if you can be upright without the back support, and then in the water. In the water is awesome. As well as doing like Tai Chi or Qigong. Those are low impact as well. You're going to improve strength and breathing, and then yoga. All right, great workout routine. Thank you, Rocco. How many times a week do you suggest this type of workout? So I would say, depending on where you're starting at, if you're super beginner, I would say twice. If this is something that you have done, that you're used to doing some strength, then I would say 3 days a week, like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday type thing. You always want to have 1 or 2 recovery days between a strength day, because you don't want to overdo it with those strength exercises. I hope that helped answer that for you, Rocco. How many days should we work out per week to improve our physical condition? So it depends. Sorry, it's always going to be a depends. It depends on where you're starting at. So if you're starting from 0, 2 days a week is probably the easiest to get into. Once you have those 2 days a week and you've built that habit, add that 3rd day. And depending on if you're doing strength or just cardio, I always highly, highly recommend having both strength and cardio. They work together so well, and that can help you get the most benefit out of each one. So cardio only is good for, endurance and stamina. But as far as better recovery and being able to maintain muscle mass, especially as you go through treatments and age, you've got to have some strength training in there as well. So I would say I would not do more than 4 days of strength training per week. That's even if you're pretty experienced. Because you need some recovery days in there. All right, Anita B. Will this be, so we can play it again later? Yes. This is recorded, and so you can come back to the recording and follow along at a later date if you would like. That is why we're doing this. Will this be a regular thing? I hope so. Depending on the kind of feedback that we get, I think it's great to have these kinds of classes and provide opportunity for you to learn something new, try a different exercise. And it's nice for me to receive feedback on the kinds of things that you do like and you'd like to see more of. So provide us that feedback and we will keep planning these kinds of things in the future. Next month, we will be having a yoga class. So we will be doing another live class for our chapter event in November. All right, if I am struggling with walking, are there still things I can do to help strengthen my muscles? Absolutely. So chair exercises are always great. Practicing sitting down and standing up in and out of your chair, your favorite chair, or off the toilet, or your couch. That is a great exercise to help build strength in your quads and your hamstrings. And then if you have stairs in your house, doing up and down, alternating feet can help build that strength in your legs, in your hamstrings, and your glutes. And then you should be able to keep walking more. And then also balance exercises. So I'll show you one of my favorite balance exercises. It's very simple. All right, hopefully y'all can see me. So this is something you can do at your counter while you're cooking, washing dishes. Practice standing on one foot for a period of time and come down. As you progress in your balance, you can do what I call hip hinges or the Tootsie test. So I'm going to grab this kettlebell and I'm going to reach for this kettlebell on one leg. I will show you. So I'm going to balance and reach and come back. As you notice, I'm not just reaching down. I'm keeping my back straight and like teetering forward and coming back up. My leg is wobbly for sure. This will help balance, but that's definitely more advanced. You can hold on to something So I usually do that exercise once or twice a week on my own, and I hold on to the side of my treadmill or holding onto the wall, and do that as I work to improve my balance. So improving balance doesn't mean you have to just be free floating. You can use things in your house to help you find that balance, and then you'll be strengthening muscles, and walking and those kinds of things can get easier. Is it safe to exercise during cancer treatment? How should I get started? So that is always the biggest question. It is absolutely safe to exercise during cancer treatment. You need to talk to your doctor about the different limitations that you might have. So if you shouldn't be bending forward or doing certain things, they will let you know what you cannot do. But as far as how to get started from there, there's not a lot of direction, but the best way to get started is walking around your house, walking out to the mailbox, doing easy, simple daily tasks that might be hard while on your treatments and with fatigue. So we have a lot of great resources on our Myeloma Crowd webpage on how to get started, but always low intensity, slow it down. It doesn't have to, it's not a race. It can be nice and slow, and light weights. Don't use any weights if you're not quite ready for that. Be patient with yourself, but it's absolutely vital, I think, as a part of your journey to be doing strength exercises and exercise in general. There's going to be a better outcome mentally and physically. What are ways that we can stay motivated to work out when side effects make me tired and irritated? There's two of these questions, and great workout. How do you get past the fatigue? That is my biggest problem. So fatigue is a hard barrier because sometimes when you, if you try and ignore it and just push through it, it makes it worse. But sometimes succumbing to it also makes it worse. So I would say give yourself a time. Set a timer and of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just get yourself moving for that amount of time, and then rest and see how you feel. If you feel you could do another 5 to 10 minutes, then set that timer again and do it again. Be patient with yourself. It is a process. The fatigue isn't just going to miraculously go away one day. It's going to take a lot of time and patience, and some of that is pushing a little bit through it. So I would say give yourself permission to stop when it gets worse. So understanding pain and discomfort is also another thing. So when we're not used to doing something, we may think that we're in pain, but really it's a discomfort. So if you're having like sharp stabbing pains, stop. But if it's like this discomfort, dull, I don't really want to push myself, that's more of because you haven't been pushing it. So if you understanding the difference between those two things, where it's making it worse or it's just pushing through, it's hard. There's no magic answer, but I would say be patient with yourself and set a time of 5 to 10 minutes, and count those successes of when you can push through those. A couple more questions. If we're working out every day, is there any nutrition tips for keeping your energy up during the workout? So again, this goes with fatigue as well. So everyone's metabolism and body is a little bit different. Some people, they need more carbs for their pre-workout energy, and some people need a balance of carbs and proteins. I would say play with it a little bit. So I like to find a balance between carbs and proteins so that I have energy from the carbohydrates, but it lasts longer, it's more sustainable with a little bit of protein and fat to it. So my thing is adding peanut butter to a banana, something like that, where it's not just going to spike my blood sugar and then crash me. It's going to be a little bit more of that sustaining. So nuts are great. Fruits with like peanut butter, string cheese with an apple. Those are great snacks that you can have that are easily digestible, that you can have before your workout, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Some people do not like eating before they exercise, so maybe give it an hour, but you definitely need to have something in your system for your body to be burning off of. And sometimes our fatigue comes from not fueling enough or correctly. So pay attention to what you're eating and if that is affecting how you feel as well. And then last question, do you recommend any specific exercises for us with neuropathy? So with neuropathy, that is a beast in itself. Exercise. That is as uncomfortable as neuropathy is. There is benefit to it when you exercise. So I have neuropathy in my right arm. And the days that it is the worst, I notice this because I am not as active. So light weights, I definitely recommend strength training with the neuropathy. It tends to get better, at least in my experience. So light weights and be mindful in your movement. So doing it slowly. So if your neuropathy is in your legs, for example, so doing some body weight squats or sitting into a chair, and then also doing leg extensions. So from sitting in the chair, and then you kick your leg up and down and switch. Doing those leg extensions, contracting your quad and coming back down, that is going to help strengthen those muscles, and it can help with that neuropathy. Balance exercises are key. So those balance exercises I showed a minute ago will also help, because as we deal with neuropathy, our balance from that weird feeling in our feet often goes first. So having that balance exercises and then muscle strengthening will help a lot with that neuropathy. I'll definitely start making more notes on that and get it out so that everyone knows more things and more tips with neuropathy. But my biggest thing would be just move. It's going to help a lot more. All right. So just checking all questions. Yes, all of this recording will be sent to everyone who is registered for this event. And I'm so glad that you all came and joined me tonight. I'll give you a last second for any more questions. Otherwise, our next Muscles for Myeloma chapter meeting is going to be November 3rd, and that is the first Wednesday of November. We're going to be doing more chair yoga with Jeff Abram. If you joined us in February, you may have met awesome Jeff, and so we're so excited that he's going to do that event with us again so that we can learn more chair yoga events. And then we have if you're interested in any of our other upcoming events, Our next one is Thursday, October 7th at 1 p.m. Our stem cell transplant chapter, the emotional aspects of stem cell transplants. Tuesday, October 12th at 6:30 p.m., the SoCal Myeloma chapter community chapter, a conversation and Q&A with new SoCal Myeloma specialist, Dr. Scott Goldsmith. Wednesday, October 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern, relapsed refractory myeloma chapter, making treatment more affordable and providing patient support, the COMPASS program by Jansen. And then Thursday, October 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern, Myeloma Caregivers Chapter, the caregiver's responsibilities with stem cell transplant and CAR T recovery. You can go to our link at the bottom of your window, myelomacrowd.org /events to see all other events that we have coming up. Once again, I'd like to thank you guys for showing up tonight and to thank our sponsors, Bristol Myers Squibb, Takeda Oncology, Karyopharm Therapeutics, Adaptive Biotechnologies, Oncopeptides, Janssen Oncology, AbbVie, Sanofi, Amgen Oncology, and Genentech. Thank you for helping us build a strong myeloma crowd community. We appreciate you, and I appreciate your questions, and I hope you have a great rest of your night.